aboard a chopper that is said to be owned by William Samoei Ruto, Raila, in a panic mode, rushed to his backyard. To be precise, he went to Siaya. And he started a conversation which caught many people unawares. And I want us to look at the reason why Raila rushed very fast to his backyard immediately when he sent his, what he calls, the expert to William Samoei Ruto's government. Before I give a critical analysis as to why Baba had to rush to his Nyanza backyard, I want you to listen to part of his speech, what he was saying there, ladies and gentlemen.
Kenyans met at the Bomas of Kenya and deliberated for a very, very long time and came up with a very, very progressive constitution. That constitution was bastardized to such an extent during the so-called Naivasha process. We must go back to the Bomas draft constitution, put it back on the table, and see what needs to be cleaned up so that we can have a progressive constitution. So you said, therefore, that it's on the basis of that kind of elaborate process that we can then talk about a government of national unity. But then you say that if you want to take some of our experts and get into your government, you release them to join your government and work in accordance with the ethics of our party, ODM and Azimio. That's what you said. We have not changed. This position has not changed. We said we want to see a new Kenya, and the people of Kenya are entitled to it. And that's why we said we agree with Gen Z in their demands. Gen Z demands are the demands of the people of Kenya.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Raila Amolo Odinga, who is actually at pain to explain to the people why he is working with William Samoei Ruto. So why did he rush at the coast? Not at the coast, back in his fatherland, Nyanza. Number one, in my view, is that Raila's popularity is waning. There is backlash everywhere, from Nairobi to the coast. Even at the coast, William Samoei Ruto was not welcomed as he expected. There were pockets of resistance. People would say, Mwizi, Mwizi, Ruto must go, Ruto must go. At the coast, in the presence of the president himself. It is the same story all over with Raila Amolo Odinga. Unajua, mara kwa mara anasema kwamba ng'ombe anapovujika mguu malishoni, anajikokota zizini akasaidiwe. Huyu ni ng'ombe ambaye ameshavujika mguu na anarejea kwao nyumbani ili asaidiwe. Charity must begin at home. And from whatever angle you look at it, our politics is very much localized. So the fact that people are resisting Baba, the fact that people are seeing him as a traitor, the fact that people are seeing Raila Amolo Odinga as somebody who cannot be trusted, somebody who is after his own interest, he has to rush to the backyard. Number two is that Orego is resisting. Orego is coming out very, very clear. In fact, he told him at his face. I have the video here, but he's speaking in Luo language. And with all due respect to the Luo language, this channel is an international channel where we have people from all over the world. So you may not even understand what Orego is saying. But my friends in Luo Nyanza are telling me that Baba was told to his face by Siaya governor, not senator, sorry for that, Siaya governor James Aggrey Orego, that there's no way he is going to work with William Samoei Ruto. There is no way ODM is going to work with William Samoei Ruto. So he had to rush there because you see, Raila is now losing. He's losing to people who are coming up. And again, he wants to steal the show from Babu Owino. because Babu Owino is coming out very clearly as somebody who is going to replace Raila Amolo Odinga very soon. And if Raila is not careful, he is going to be irrelevant. With all due respect to what he has done for this country, the fact that he look like he is not actually rhyming with the Gen Z. And if you listen to him there, katika hiyo speech ambapo ameongea pale, you realize that he is trying to say that he agree with the Gen Z because it's a feeling of betrayal. So he wants to try to capture the lost ground. The other thing is that when you look at Raila Amolo Odinga seems to be preparing way for the entry of William Samoei Ruto in Nyanza. He is preparing, this is an advanced team, and very soon we are going to see William Samoei Ruto in Nyanza. Some people are saying that he's not going to be accompanied by Raila Amolo Odinga, but the fact that Baba went ahead of that time means that he's just trying to maybe convince the people why he has to work with William Samoei Ruto. The other thing is that there was a coup in Azimio, whereby the Azimio principals declared the party leader as Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. So Baba is no longer, according to the Azimio principles, Baba is no longer the leader of Azimio. Their leader is Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. So for him to be relevant, for him to reinvent himself, he has to go back to the backyard. Because you see, whoever wants to lead Azimio must have the backing of the Nyanza people. And without Raila, it will be very, very difficult for even Kalonzo to get the support of the Nyanza people. But when you look at Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is somehow exciting the young people also. Because he looks trustworthy. Because he looks believable. He look now like he's not the watermelon. That's the point here. So Baba want to show Azimio, I still have people behind me. I still have my backyard supporting me. Ladies and gentlemen, there are also divisions in ODM. Divisions, milego tofauti. So what Raila is trying to do, he is trying to kuziba ile mianya. He's trying to stop these divisions in ODM because most likely he is likely to lose ODM, as I've said. And to clip the wings of people like Babu Owino, who do not agree with him, he has to go back to Nyanza. Again, if you look at Raila Amolo Odinga, he started a conversation of reviewing our constitution. He's talking about the Bomas draft because he's saying what Kenyans have is not the constitution that Kenyans wanted. A conversation of the Bomas draft. And when you look at it, just like Miguna is saying, this is BBI 2. And Gen Z are not for this. Gen Z are not for dialogue. They are saying you cannot dialogue. You can't go to the dialogue table when people are actually mourning. When some people have not even been buried. And they are asking, how do you dialogue with your killer? That's the conversation. So if you listen to Raila Amolo Odinga, he's trying to change the conversation. And if he changes the conversation, he's going to determine the agenda of this country. One thing that is very clear in this country, for the last, I think since 2002, since the time of Moi Kibaki, Raila has been setting the agenda of this country. And look like he is losing it. Because it is the Gen Z now that is setting the agenda. It is the Gen Z that is determining what will be discussed. But Raila, being Raila, lazima angejitokeza na kusema kile ambacho anaona kingefaa kusemwa wakati ule. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my take. As usual, I request you to like the video, leave a comment, and let me know please today where you're watching this video from. Bye-bye.